There is a silent force destroying human potential every single day. It doesn't scream. It doesn't threaten. It whispers. You're not capable. You'll fail again. Why even try? This voice sounds harmless, rational, even realistic. But in truth, it is one of the most destructive psychological mechanisms ever identified. And the most dangerous part is this. It comes from inside you. Albert Bandura, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, spent decades studying why people with similar abilities end up with radically different lives. His conclusion was disturbing and liberating. People don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they believe they are incapable. Bandura called this belief low self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is not confidence. It's not optimism. It is the conviction that you can execute the actions required to succeed. When this belief is weak, everything collapses. You avoid challenges. You quit early. You interpret mistakes as proof that you are never good enough. And when success happens, you dismiss it as luck. This creates a closed psychological loop. You expect failure, so you act cautiously or not at all. Your lack of action produces poor results. And those results confirm what you believed from the start. Not because it was true, but because your mind made it true. Bandura showed that this belief doesn't just affect motivation. It affects the body itself. When you tell yourself, "I can't do this," your nervous system treats it as a threat. Heart rate increases. Breathing becomes shallow. Muscles tighten. Cortisol floods the bloodstream. Your body enters survival mode, and survival mode is terrible for performance. Focus drops, memory weakens, creativity shuts down. Your biology begins working against you, all because of a sentence that was never questioned. This is why equally skilled athletes collapse under pressure, why students freeze during exams, why capable people sabotage opportunities they worked years to earn. The body obeys the mind. And here's the most unsettling part. That voice is not truly yours. It was built from childhood criticism, comparisons, failures taken personally, and systems that punish mistakes instead of teaching growth. But Bandura didn't just diagnose the problem. He showed how it can be reversed. Self-efficacy is not fixed. It can be trained. The first step is breaking vague, absolute judgments. "I'm bad at this" is useless. "I haven't learned this yet" is actionable. That single word "yet" restores movement, time, and possibility. The second step is evidence. Small wins matter. Completed tasks matter. Attempts matter. Your brain builds belief through proof, not motivation. The third step is reinterpretation. A racing heart is not panic. It's activation. Sweaty palms are not weakness. They're readiness. High performers don't feel less stress. They read stress differently. And finally, the most important shift. You stop treating your inner critic as an authority. You question it. Based on what? Is this fact or fear? Who taught me this story? The goal is not to silence the voice forever. It's to stop letting it run your life. Because as long as that voice is in charge, you will live a smaller version of yourself. Not because you are limited, but because you accepted a lie. Bandura proved something essential. Your potential was never destroyed. It was silenced. And the moment you challenge the story you tell about yourself, that potential begins to return. The only real difference between who you are now and who you could become is the narrative you choose to believe. And that story can be rewritten